From Neural Newscast, this is Stereo Current, sound, culture, and the systems that shape them.
Stereo.
Welcome to Stereo Current, your daily curation of the indie underground and the analog artifacts that keep it spinning. I am Sloane Rivera.
And I'm Julian Vance. We're coming to you on July 26th, 2026. And the air today feels thick with the kind of music that refuses to sit still. From the noisy basements of the East Coast to the digital panopticons of Kentucky. And we've got a lot to unpack.
We have to start with the sheer velocity of Pipe Bomb. Their new record, Hellhole, just dropped via Resurrection Records, and Julian, it is a masterclass in controlled chaos. Mitchell Layton is essentially doing the impossible, playing every instrument and managing to sound like a full, sweat-drenched room.
It's wild. The scene has been calling him the second coming of the Chariot, which is a massive mantle to carry. But Layton is humble about it. He's leaning into these atypical rhythms in a 4/4 setting. It's noisy, it's chaotic, and it's arguably the most exciting thing in Christian hardcore right now.
That golf cart incident at AudioFeed 2026 definitely helped the hype. Though, for the uninitiated, we'll let them do their own digging. Musically, I Will Kill the Worst Parts of Myself is such a striking title. It uses that violent hardcore imagery to talk about internal spiritual death. It's sharp, it's refreshing, and it avoids the usual cliches of the genre.
Exactly. And while the vinyl pressing already sold out, there are still CDs and Bandcamp downloads. It's burning hot right now. But let's shift gears to something equally legendary, but entirely different. Domino just released Spatial No Problem, the final studio project from the late Lee Scratch Perry alongside Mouse on Mars.
Talk about a collision of worlds. You have Jan Street Werner and Andi Toma, German electronic shapeshifters, working with Perry's free associative dub wisdom. Spin is calling it unproblematically special. And they aren't wrong. It's got this moonshake-style rhythm that feels like a nod to Jackie Liebetzeit.
It's that loose-limbed bravura Perry was known for. On Economic Train, you've got Fala Kuti vibes meeting John Hassel's Slumberland. It sounds like the cumulative effect of 7,000 blunts, as Spin put it, but with the metronomic precision of Mouse on Mars holding the center. It's a haunting, humid groove.
It's a threnody for humanity, Julian, especially tracks like State of Emergency. It's the sound of a sage fool watching the world burn and finding a way to make it dance. It's a perfect bridge to what's happening in San Francisco next month.
You're talking about Freak Nest. After 10 years of near mythical status, co-founders Taylor Lisandrello and Matthias Wesner are bringing it back to Public Works on August 22nd. This isn't just a party. It's an independent, three-stage, multidisciplinary beast.
I love the roots of this one. It started in a warehouse called The Cave back in 2016. The lineup for the revival is gloriously messy. Sun Squabby, Mr. Carmack, and even Balkan Brass mixed with deep house. It's the Bay Area creative underground at its most defiant.
Wesner put it perfectly. He's supporting the little guy because he's been that guy, tapping into his own network, calling in favors, and keeping it entirely independent to avoid what he calls the corporate heist of music events. It's a celebration of art for art's sake, which we need more of.
Speaking of scenes that refuse to be commodified, the Australian indie front is having a massive moment this week. We just got Cage from Wave Raiders, these neo-surf rock psychedelica disruptors. They're the ones who famously jumped on stage with Spiderbait back in 2023.
Cram from Spiderbait said they'd take your mind, and Cage feels like that promise fulfilled. Produced by the legendary Steve James, it's got that explosive energy they've been honing at festivals like Blues Fest. It's surf rock, but with a punk heart that's beating way too fast.
And staying in Sydney, Body Type just released Eye is a Mouth is a Face. This all-female quartet is becoming a force. This new single is a highlight from their third album, Tally, and it's got that sharp, intertwining guitar work that draws you into their post-punk world.
They've got that Warpaint and Courtney Barnett lineage, but with a lo-fi grit that feels entirely their own. It's social, it's personal, and as all four members contribute to the writing and vocals, there's this polyphonic harmony that feels like a collective shout. Truly magnetic.
Let's slow it down for a moment, Julian. Beth Miller and Harold McCollum just gave us Time Machine. It's a Scottish acoustic folk keepsake that feels like it was recovered from a dusty drawer of unsent letters. There's a nylon string guitar and a tear-glazed clarity to Miller's voice that is just devastating.
It's got that Nick Cave and Kylie Minogue tragic finality toward the end. The lyrics feel like an exchange between Scott and Zelda Fitzgerald. It's intimate, small, but emotionally massive. You can almost hear the warm static of a love-worn LP in her delivery.
Another powerful voice from the Southern Hemisphere is Amber Farnan. Her new single, Empty, is a chamber string indie folk confessional that's just disarming. She's from Cooktown in remote Cape York, and you can hear that distance from the music machinery in her raw etherealism.
Farnan isn't interested in the Instagram-worthy moments of healing. She's looking at the unvarnished pain. That reprise where she declares a hatred of emptiness and loneliness is crushing. After performing with the Queensland Symphony Orchestra, she's clearly ready for a much wider stage.
Transitioning from the personal to the political, Charlotte Morris just released Make America. It's part of a protest double single collection arriving this summer. It's not a statement so much as a pleading question. Can we make America give a damn?
Morris has that Philly native grit mixed with Nashville songwriting chops. She's playing violin and guitar here, and the strings are just lush. It taps into that long tradition of American folk protest, but it feels incredibly urgent for right now. It's driven by hope, even if the lyrics are rooted in frustration.
Hope and frustration. A classic combo. Speaking of modern malaise, Lavelle's new track, Spotlight, is a fascinating funk pop mirror to the digital panopticon we're all living in. He's a Kentucky artist, trading hip-hop weight for this summer-ready earworm.
It's got that Daft Punk lick, but Lavelle's soul is all his own. The hook about not wanting the spotlight because flaws will show is such a clever take on digital exposure. It's playlist ready, sure, but it's grounded in the actual exhaustion of being perceived 24/7.
I think we all feel that exhaustion, Julian, which is why sometimes we just need to go back to the classics. In the vinyl world, Extol just announced a re-release of their 2000-era record, Synergy. This is a huge deal for metal and rock fans who've been hunting for this one.
The details on this are beautiful. A 2 LP gatefold with the original Hugh Syme artwork, plus new exclusive art. There are 5 variants, including Insomnia vinyl and Silver Forest vinyl. They even dug up a bonus track, Dilemma Inconceivable, for the Size C.
It's fully remastered and expected to ship this fall. Pre-orders are live now, but if history is any guide, those limited variants won't last long. It's the kind of artifact that reminds you why we still care about physical media in the first place.
It's all about the texture, whether it's the noise of Pipe Bomb or the acoustic space in Beth Miller's Time Machine. The scene keeps proving that authenticity is the only currency that really matters.
A perfect place to leave it. From the digital panopticon to the analog escape, that's our roundup for today. I'm Sloane Rivera. It is time to dive into our 10 essential listens for your week. We are kicking things off with Pipe Bomb and their track Hellhole. It is visceral, chaotic hardcore that really channels the spirit of the Chariot with some great atypical rhythms.
From chaos to the cosmos, we have Lee Scratch Perry. His posthumous collaboration with Mouse on Mars, titled Spatial No Problem, explores the absolute outer reaches of electronic dub.
Next up is Body Type, with Eye is a Mouth is a Face. This single is a standout representation of the high-energy indie rock surge coming out of Australia right now.
For the technical metal fans, Extol's masterpiece Synergy is getting a well-deserved revisit this week, thanks to a new deluxe vinyl treatment.
Moving into some funk pop, Level gives us Spotlight. It is a slick indie track that acts as a mirror for the digital malaise of the modern era.
We also have the Chariot's One Wing on the list. We wanted to include this as a canonical influence, to provide some context for that pipe bomb sound we mentioned earlier.
Then we have Amber Farnan with Empty. It is a devastatingly beautiful, string-heavy chamber folk confessional, focused on the process of healing.
We are also looking at the OCs and their track Help, which captures that wild, high-octane spirit of the San Francisco garage rock scene.
We are heading back to the Australian underground with Wave Raiders. Their track Cage taps into that urgent DIY guitar-driven energy we love.
And finally, Charlotte Morris delivers Make America. It's a poignant work of political poetry that anchors the week's focus on serious lyrical substance.
And with that stack on your queue?
And I'm Julian Vance. Keep your ears open and your needles clean. Check out the full archives at stereocurrent.neuralnewscast.com. We'll see you tomorrow on Stereo Current.
Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com.
This has been Stereo Current on Neural Newscast. Sound, culture, and the systems that shape them.